Okay, let's go. Let's explore the powerful tools that iExec provide. So you already know everything about the price. So let's start with a quick overview about the iExec history. We started in 2017 with our white paper outlining the vision of decentralized computing. We created in 2019, we launched a decentralized marketplace for computing data and computing power and data. Then in 2020, we added the blockchain layer on it. And then 2 years ago, we started working on the tools I'm gonna show today, tools that leverage decentralized confidential computing. So here is a quick long sentence that defines the best our value proposition. For sure, if you got some question, feel free to ask directly in the chat. I will make my best to answer everything. And what is the iExec protocol? We are a mix between off-chain computing with different stakeholders like our workers network, schedulers, and other stakeholders, and an on-chain part with our smart contract called Proof of Contribution, POCO. It's a kind of band leader that creates a synergy between the privacy of the confidential computing and the immutability, transparency, and ownership of the blockchain. And it can sound a little bit complex technology. So what we've done, we abstract the complexity and we built on the top of that our developers tools, data protector and data protector sharing, and Web3 mail. So as I said during the presentation, typical security measure protect data at rest. What does it mean? It means encrypted and stored in a server. Then we are protecting data in transit. It means encrypted between different networks. But the most important part, it's you need to protect the data in use. Because for an application, for software, it needs to see the data to compute it. This means that it remains unencrypted in the memory and malicious actors can take advantage of it. And on top of that, this data is moving through multiple environments from data center to cloud edge, making protecting data more challenging than ever. And it's exactly where confidential computing, decentralized confidential computing comes in. First, I'm going to talk about TEE, Trusted Execution Environment and Confidential Computing. What is TEE? Think of TEEs as a secure zone in a computing environment where your sensitive data can be safely processed without being stored, seen, or altered by anyone. It's a black box where everything that happens in it remains confidential and private. Thanks to Intel SGX chipset, but I'm gonna talk a little bit just after. And thanks to the TEE, we can make some confidential computing. And when I'm talking about confidential computing, there is two key elements. Isolation, because an enclave is a physical partitioning of the memory, of the chipset memory, that isolates the data and the code during the processing. It created this trusted execution environment. And attestation, because attestation, it provides attestation of computation and it helps us to verify the trustworthiness of the remote execution. So what is this chipset? There is a different provider that propose to make technology to make confidential computing. And we are using Intel SGX chipset. And in this chipset, there is a small part in the CPU, in the memory, that create what we call an enclave. And everything that happens in it remains totally confidential. So why using it? Because first, security. It ensures that the data and the computation remains confidential and tamper-proof. Integrity. It guarantees that the code running in the enclave has not been altered. And confidentiality. It protects sensitive information from being accessed by unauthorized party. and thanks to this IntelliGX chipset. So we've got a network with it's a hardware-based technology, and our network, it's composed by this specific hardware. So we are a mix between confidential computing hardware-based technology and the Web3, the use of the blockchain for ownership, tokenizing data, and set some governance rule, and merge the bridge between this both ecosystem. It's called DCC, Decentralized Confidential Computing. You decide how data is protected, used, and who can benefit from it. That's quite amazing. And as I said, it can sound really complex, so we abstract everything and we put this power in two amazing tools. First, Data Protector. It's encrypt data end to end. Then you can manage this data by you can set up some governance rule, and the best part, you can monetize it. And Web3 Mail, it's a way to send an email directly to an Ethereum address without knowing or storing the email. And you will discover in the next slides how you can use this technology. Let's talk about Data Protector. As I said, it's a plug and play tools. What is plug and play? Why? Because it's an SDK. You just need to run npm install, npm install, yarn install, and you are ready to use it. So let's make a demo. I will post the sandbox there in the chat, and if you want to use it, feel free to follow the exact step I'm gonna do if you want to try for the first time decentralized confidential computing. So demo effect, what happened? Yeah, because if I not found, all right. Let's test. I'm gonna try. Oh, you've got my email right now, so you can, if you want, send some question by mail. Okay, so it works. I don't know why I'm not able to access the file. I will try again. But as you can see, first, I want to protect my email. I can protect a data. And what does it mean? You can put your email, a name, and then you can trigger the protection button. And as you can see there, it's a zero fee transaction. It means that it's totally free in the building phase to use our technology, because we are using our sidechain called Belcourt, and this sidechain is a gasless chain. Means you don't need to run after any faucet to get some token to use our technology. You can use right now. How is it different from ProtonMail? You will discover in a few slides why we are different. So let's protect the mail. And let me check. Oh yeah, cool. I think I should be able to access. Okay. Just wait. Need to sign, and it's okay. Your data has been protected. And as you can see there, my protected data got an address, a blockchain address. Let me check if I can find up. I don't know why there is not anymore my slide, but as you can see, here I use this code snippet to protect the data. You just need to install it, you import it in your project, then you can create a new instance by passing the provider as a parameter. Then you just need to call, you will be able then to call every method available. And for this product data method, you just need to pass two parameters, the data itself and a tag. And you can ask, but what happened under the hood, behind the scene, when I clicked on the button product my data? It done three things. First, it encrypted my data with a symmetric key. The encrypted data has been dropped on IPFS. It's a decentralized storage. The symmetric key has been dropped on what we call a secret management system service. It's a database that runs in this enclave, in this black box in the chipset memory. Nobody can use it, alter it. It's impossible. So this database, you store the symmetric key. Then finally, the third step, we call our smart contract data protector that will create the ownership of the data. It's an NFT. So it means that your wallet will be linked to this NFT and you own this NFT and you will be able to set some governance rule. So, okay, great. Woo! I've got a protected data with data protector, but a protected data in itself, it's totally useless. You need to authorize someone to use it. It's why you need to use ground access. What is ground access? Let's go back and let's check if I can still not. I don't know why. Okay, anyway. So you can call another method where you can ground access. You can authorize someone to use this data. So first you need to pass their first parameter is the protected data address. The protected data address is there. We add it in return when we protected the data. Then you need to authorize someone. It means that you need to authorize with the wallet of someone. So for this example, I will authorize myself. There. For the thing, and I can ground access. And access successfully granted. It means that right now, I authorize someone to use this address, this protected data. It will be able to use it. But you can ask, like, we need to keep the chain of trust that I authorize someone to use this protected data, but this person will need to use a special application. An application, we call that an iExec application. What is an iExec application? Is an application that runs in this famous enclave, in this black box. It means this application that you are running in this enclave is able to compute and process data in a private way. You can think about running an AI model. It means you could compute some really personal data like legal, health data directly in the enclave. So it means that the AI model won't be able to know this data, but will be able to process it. And for this example, the iExec application I will use is Web3 Mail. Web3 Mail, as I said, it's an application able to send email directly to an Ethereum address. And you will understand why it's different than Proton Mail. So there I can list all the authorized address and I will be able to send an email to someone that authorized me to use the protected data. So I'm right now signing a few challenges and transaction, free transaction, it's a zero fee, and it should be all right. I will check my Gmail because I'm using Gmail, but you can send an email on every mailbox you wanna. With cold weather, simply for sending it. Now you can send some mail, proper mail, like template mail. Like it's not just to send some money. Like let me check my Gmail account in 1 minute. It usually takes 1 minute. But you need to understand what happened there. I've done a beautiful schema with a beautiful design to explain what happened. First, when you are using Web3 mail and data protector, the user will protect the email on the platform. He will authorize someone, and for this example, the platform, to use this protected data. Then he will authorize an iExec application. And for my example, it's Web3 mail. It means at the end, the platform will be able to use Web3 mail to send an email to the person. It means that Web3 mail will running in this enclave will get the encrypted data. Then it will get the symmetric key. It will decrypt everything, send the email in this black box, then disappear. Let me check my mail. And as you can see there, I just received an email. So the person who sent an email is not able to know and see my email or store it. That's quite amazing. So at the end, many data, many iExec application, infinite possibilities. If you are a hardcore developer and you want some really big challenge, you can even think about building your own iExec application. It means application running in this enclave. So let's talk a little bit more about data protector. In my example, data protector, I encrypted the data, then I authorize someone. But the really interesting things, it's that I can monetize my data. I could set up like, if you want to send me an email, you will need to pay $10 to send the email. I can set some monetization mechanism. And for instance, data protector sharing, it's a kind of add-on of data protector. And you will be able with this, and it's an amazing tool. We are waiting for you. We would like that you use these tools and build some crazy marketplace and monetization stuff with these tools. Because with data protector sharing, you can create a protected data. You already know what is it and what happened behind the scenes. But you can create a collection. What is a collection? It's a kind of bag where you will be able to drop every protected data. Then you will be able to set a price. That's quite amazing. You will be able to set a price for your data. It means if you are a book author, you want to write a book chapter by chapter, you will be able to monetize your chapter, and everybody that want to read it will need to pay and will be able then to access it. So just a quick sum up about data protector core and sharing. Both tools are protecting data, but the monetization part is little bit different. The data protector core, you will protect the data, then authorize someone to use it, and you can set some governance rule. So it means you will authorize someone. And if you are using data protector sharing approach, it means that you will protect the data. You will set some governance rule, like you need to have this token on your wallet, you need to pay $10, etc. And then everybody can access to the data, but they need to fulfill the rules that you set up before. So we keep growing. We are focused on growing our ecosystem. We are working with different foundations, builders, startups. And as I said in the first presentation, we are building tools for builders, but we are building tools with builders. It's why we are supporting our ecosystem with different grants and bounties program. And it starts with 5K. So in case of you already have an existing application, Web3 application, and you would like to use this decentralized confidential computing technology in your project, you can submit your project and maybe ask for a 3, 4, 5K grants and even more if you've got an amazing idea. So just to wrap up this presentation, decentralized confidential computing, it's a way to protect data in use. And in the decentralized way, it means with blockchain technology, you can add some governance rule on data within the Web3 ecosystem. With Web3 Mail, you are able to send an email directly to an Ethereum address, and with Data Protector Sharing and Data Protector Core, you are able to protect, manage, and monetize your data. So if you need inspiration, you can definitely check the two last hackathon we sponsored, like Ethereum. I will send the slide. You can click on it, and you will be able to check every project that used our technology during Ethereum. Or if you want to check Sophia, the same. You have more than 20 projects that used Web3 Mail and Data Protector. So feel free to check, and it's an open source project. If you need to cut some code snippet to go faster in your project, feel free to check it. And for sure, you can check the bounty guide we are providing through Encode platform. You can click there, and you've got a bunch of ideas. And there is one specific idea we definitely would like to see. It's a little bit harder one, but it's a dashboard where you can manage, schedule your mail with Web3 Mail. It will be really amazing. So if you think you would start something like that, feel free to contact us, and we will organize some one-to-one with our tech team and chat a bit with you about your project. So Q&A, if you've got any question, feel free to ask in the chat. Sorry, I didn't watch all the questions.
The chat has been very active. Hopefully we don't lose any of the questions, but in the questions tab, you did sort of explain this just now, but Agnivo asked earlier, they've always wondered what it means for computing or data to be decentralized. For example, Blue Sky being the new decentralized social media. Can you kind of explain again what decentralized data or computing means?
Yeah, sure. Because actually in Web 2, the main problem it's the centralized power. There is one entity that controls everything. And like if I'm talking about Facebook or Twitter and everything, there is one big database that centralizes every data. So if there is one breach in it, it's a big problem because the leak will be huge and everybody will lose the data. So decentralized way, it means there is a network with different nodes running in this decentralized, in this network, and every node is able to compute. So regarding iExec technology, it means that different nodes around the world are able to compute your data in a total private way. So it's not a centralized power. There is different nodes that can work to grow this network. I don't know if my explanation is clear. It's quite complicated to explain right now with decentralized confidential computing, but it's what is decentralized. It's when you've got a network with different nodes working together to validate, compute, make some transaction. And the best part with TEE, with our technologies, it's even if it's a malicious actor that's running our technology on its computer, it's not a problem. It remains totally confidential and private. And we are using decentralization. We are using blockchain to be able to set some immutable governance rule. It means if you want to set up a rule that say you will be able to send an email if you are paying $10, this rule will be set on the blockchain and will be immutable. And our smart contract will control it. It means there is no big one third party that can cancel everything. That now it's not anymore $10, it's $100. You keep the control over your data, and the best part is throughout the entire life cycle of your data, because there is no one single entity in the middle. You owning everything, you are controlling everything. I don't know if it's clear, I hope. It was a bit.
I think that's clear. I think people can understand from that explanation. It's a complicated thing to explain without slides on a whim. So JVC has asked, is iExec a layer 1 or a layer 2? And with this question, can you sort of explain what the difference between a layer 1 and a layer 2 is for people who aren't sure?
Sure. We are a layer 1. It means we are the blockchains, and this blockchain is not linked to another one. Like Ethereum is a layer 1. What is a layer 2? A layer 2, you can maybe know different kind of layer 2. You've got optimistic rollup, ZK technology, and based rollup. It means a layer 2 will act as will get all a bunch of transactions, create a rollup, then sign on the layer 1. And it means it allows the layer 2 to have cheaper transaction, because you just need to have one validation on the layer 1. They are built. I don't know the name in English. Sorry. They are putting every transaction together on the layer 2, then create a proof, then submit it on the layer 1. And for iExec, we've got a sidechain. We call it sidechain, but it's a layer 1, and we are gasless. It's totally free. So layer 1, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Layer 2, you've got a bunch of ZK, optimistic, based rollup, and they are working linked to the layer 1.
That also answers Aaron's question, which was, which chain does iExec work with? And it's Ethereum.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really good question. So we are an EVM compatible. If you are going on chain list, so if you download chain list, it's a really cool platform where you can find every chain available, and you don't need to run after every parameter, because you just need to write which chain you are looking for. For instance, Belcourt, it's our sidechain, and you can add it directly to MetaMask, and you can check if everything is working well. Like sometimes you are using an RPC. An RPC allows you to be connected to be linked to a blockchain, and sometimes it doesn't work. So what you can do, you can come and check on this platform if everything is going right with the RPC. So with these things, with I pause it with the Belcourt parameter, you will be able to add your our sidechain in your MetaMask in one click, and it's an EVM compatible and it's gasless.
So on that, Siraj has asked, if the chain is gasless, how will validators get paid?
Okay. Actually, we are working with different university and different partner, and we are mostly paying everything to run this network. What we are working on a new paradigm, a new business model that we are gonna launch soon. It's called the voucher, but I'm not gonna talk about it today. So what I mean, every computer that run a confidential task, like I'm using Web3 mail, I will ask to send an email in a total private way. It means that I will trigger a confidential computing task. And we've got this smart contract proof of contribution. It's, as I said, a band leader that will check if everything is going right, like the requester, the node able to compute the data set, it means the encrypted data. And as soon as this smart contract just checked all the validity of every stakeholders, it will seal a deal on the blockchain, and the node will trigger this confidential task. And as soon as you've got a node that make a confidential computing task, you get some reward.
We have time for some more questions. So Aaron has asked, what consensus mechanism does Belcourt use?
It's a proof of stake mechanism. It means you need to stake some token to run a node, and you will be slashed if you are not computing correctly the task asked by the requester.
And Siraj has asked, how will it protect content piracy? Is there any code in the content or the cipher?
That's a really good question. So it's a complex one because imagine that I'm producing, I've done a beautiful paint or draw something, and I would like to sell it with our tools. I could product my data, then sell it on internet, but I can't prevent the fact that someone will do a screen capture or a recording stuff and then leak it on internet. It's the complex part of the open marketplace. But if you are talking about like really confidential data, if I'm producing like a legal data and I give you access, you won't be incentive to share the data, to leak this data on the internet, because we are working together. And you can think unaware, like you could run an AI model in the enclave, in this black box, computing some data, and then return the data, return the results. It means that nobody will access to this data, but you will be able to compute, apply algorithm on this data, then receive an answer, the result of the computation. So with data product or sharing, we can't really prevent data leak if someone is screen capturing your beautiful draw or something. But with Enclave, you are able to compute and apply algorithm on data in a total private way, and nobody will have access to this data.
Okay, let's see what else is coming in the chat. The chat has been very busy, so if I've missed anyone's question, could you put it in the questions tab? Just in case, because we don't want to miss any of them out. But yes, this session is being recorded. So if any of your teammates have missed it, then they can watch the recording of both the launch and of this workshop, and the future workshops as well. But we definitely suggest attending live so that you're able to ask questions, as Martin has been answering your questions so well. Let me put the link to the Discord in the channel. So this is the link to the Encode Club Discord. When you join the Discord, you're going to be asked to select what programs you want to be involved in. Make sure that you select the Future of Blockchain Hackathon role so that you're in the correct channel. You'll be added to a private channel so that you can see all of the resources and all of the technical support channels and team formation stuff. Also, post a message introducing yourself. If you're looking for a team, put a message in the team formation channel and ask any questions that you have there. You'll see me active on the Discord, so if you need help, reach out to me. Sometimes it can take some time for me to reply if we're in different time zones, but be patient. I will get to your messages, as will all of the mentors. They'll get to your messages when they're able to. So unless we've missed any questions, which no one has put any new ones in the chat, so I think we've got them all, hopefully. Otherwise, put them in the Discord and Martin can answer them asynchronously. We look forward to seeing everyone start to build. Bomberclap wants me to shout him out. I'm shouting you out. Make sure you come back for the next workshop on Wednesday, and then we have another one on Friday. I hope you don't all now type in the chat, shout me out, because I can't shout you all out. Yeah, so thank you for joining us for the launch. Thank you for sticking around for the first workshop, and we'll see you very shortly on Wednesday for the next workshop. Enjoy the rest of your days, everyone. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Martin, for coming.